Okay, in this video I'm going to show you how to use the image management tool to upload images, to remove images, to organize them within your site so that you can easily find them and make changes to them in the future. Alright, so there are two different ways that you can do this. One of them, which is the most straightforward way, but has some limitations, and I'll explain that in a second, is to go under the My Media area and actually just click on the Image Manager. That will pop up the image management tool where you can upload images, make some minor modifications, which I'll show you here in a second, and you can also edit them from within here. We won't go into that in this video. You'll want to look at the editing images video, which will go into more depth. Okay, the second way to get to this area is from within a page. Now, the difference between these two mechanisms, this allows you to just simply manage the images. You won't be able to insert into a page from here. The only way to insert an image into a page is to do it from within that page. So once we're inside the editor like this, if I want to put my cursor here to insert brand new images, if I want to replace this image, I just highlight it by clicking on it and then click the image icon right here. Or again, I can put my cursor over here and then we can insert an image that way. So I'm going to go ahead and put my cursor up here, and we'll insert an image up there. So I'm going to do that by clicking on this icon. That's going to open this window up, and then I'm going to click the Browse button, which will open and launch the Image Manager. Okay, from within here we can do some things. We can upload images. We can create new folders to sort the images. If you're planning on using folders to organize your images, I would create the folders first. You don't want to insert an image into a page and then move it into a folder later because the link to that image will get broken. And when people pull up that page of your website, all of a sudden the image won't be there because the web page won't be able to find it because you have moved it into a folder that it wasn't in initially. All right, so let's go ahead and just show you how to upload some images. So there's two different ways to do that as well. One is dragging images into the box here, and the other is by simply clicking the Add Files button. So if we use the drag function, you'll want to open up your Windows Explorer, or on a Mac your hard drive, and go into the images area, and then you can just grab one image at a time and drag it in there. Or you can grab multiple images. So let's say you want that one, and you want this one. And then you want to drag all three of those in here. They'll all get drug in at the same time. Now, at this point, the image has not been uploaded to your image manager and to your website yet. All you've done is basically created a queue saying, these are the 4 images I want to upload. You still have to click upload in order for them to be pushed up to the server. Okay. The other option, and by the way, there's no way of removing these once you have them in here. The only way to do that is to close this window and then relaunch the uploader in order to clear that out. The other way to do it is to add files using the button, which will pull up something like this. You can then again do one image at a time, or you can grab multiple images, hit open, and it will list them in here, and then you can click the upload button. That will then, as you can see, start uploading those images one at a time. Once they're all done, you'll click the close button, and there are your new images that you were uploading. Okay, now once the images are in here, there may be a few different things you want to do. Maybe you forgot to create a folder, and now you want to put these into a folder. You can go ahead and do that. Go ahead and just create a folder. You'll give it a name, so we'll just call this temporary, and then I'm going to hit create. Okay, so now we have a new folder. Now let's say I want to put just 2 of these into that folder. All you'll do is check the box for those images. Now make sure you don't click on the image itself. If you do that, it will actually try to insert the image into the page. And we don't want to do that just yet. So make sure you're checking the boxes. So let's check those 2. And then what I'm going to do is go under this Manage button. You'll notice that if I uncheck everything, that button disappears. So as soon as you check some boxes, that button will appear, and now you can do a few things. So cut, copy, and paste. You can view the images. If you want to look at them in a larger view, you can do that. Use these arrows to cycle between them, or you can just click on the images below and then close that window. All that is a viewer. And then you can also edit the images. Now keep in mind the editing tool will only allow you to edit the first picture in the list. You can't edit multiple images at one time. And then you also, as far as renaming, you can only rename one image at a time. Now downloading is different. You can download multiple images. So if you do have multiple images checked, you can download them. And when you do that, it will zip them up into a file, which you will be able to download to your computer and then open it. So if you need to download a bunch of images from your website for backup purposes or to use for another project, you can definitely do it this way and just go in here and download them all as one file. Okay, and then you have the ability to remove them. And if you hit remove, it will simply remove all of the images that are checked. So I'm going to hit cancel here because we still want to do some things. So let's move these into that folder. So to do that, we're going to hit cut, and that will put them in the list as images to put in here. And then I'm going to hit the folder itself and then click paste. And that will put those images in here. Now to get back to the other folder, simply click on the folder. That will bring you back to the root folder that you were in prior to going into the temporary folder there. You'll notice those images are now gone from this area and they're now inside this folder. Okay, now a couple other things up here at the top. You have a refresh list that'll just refresh all of this. You also could switch to a list view version of this. So you'll notice that's the image. If you click temporary, there's those other two images. Again, click this folder. That'll take you back to the root directory. And then you can switch back to this version. And then over here, this filter function, if you want to search for an image, let's say you have a page full of 200, 300 images in here, and you want to search for a specific image. You can just type part of the name of the image and click search, and it will go find it. Keep in mind that you can't search between folders. So if I wanted to search for, let's say for example, if I want to search for the koala image, and I know I have one in here, if you type koala and hit search, it's not going to find it because the image that you were searching in didn't have a koala in it. And to get back to the main window where everything is displayed, clear the search field, hit search again, and that will go back. If you want to find the koala image, you would need to go into that folder where that image would most likely exist, type koala, hit search, now it will find the image. The other thing you can do that could be handy is if you're trying to find all images that are of a certain type, whether it's a JPEG or a PNG or GIF, you can actually just type the extension as well. So if you want to look for all PNGs, you can type PNG. There aren't any, so it won't find any. If I want to look for all JPEGs, I can click search and find all the JPEG images. Okay, and then there's also a sorting function here where you can sort by the date that it was created, the type of image, and when it was last modified. That can be kind of handy sometimes as well. All right, one last thing that I want to show you real briefly under the manager. When you're inside of this area, if you want to insert an image into a page, you have to click on the image itself. There is no function once you've checked the box to actually insert the image. So I just want to make sure you're aware when you're trying to insert the image, if you try to insert from up here, you're not going to find a way to do that. It's actually it's much simpler than that. You have the two ways of doing it. You can either double click on the image like we did initially. That will push the image in here. You also can check the box and you can click insert from down here. They both do the same thing, and that will put the image in the insert source field right here. Now the next thing we do, click OK. That image has now been inserted into the page. It's a little big, so we'll probably want to resize that. That is something you'll want to check out in a different video. All right, so that's how to manage the images inside your site and how to remove them and manipulate folders and organization of those images.